Hello my YouTube friends, this is Jeremy Myrtle with Myrtle Entertainment, and as you can tell, something bad has happened. Many of you guys know I used to use Camtasia Studio for all of my recording with software and stuff. Now that will no longer happen. I will be using Debut video capture software since it works a lot better and it is more cooperative. But I came here to tell you guys today that we are starting our very first episode of Virtuality. So what I'm going to do real quick is change my beautiful desktop to from this red image to one of my other images that I saved on here. So if you will give me one quick second, I cannot make this official without giving the right logo on my desktop. So, and ladies and gentlemen, there we are. Virtuality can now begin. So, as I was saying, we will be starting Virtuality this afternoon. It's going on about 4 o'clock now, and I wanted to go ahead and give you guys something that's a little easy. I don't want to go into deeper or harder stuff. So what I'm going to start today is, if I were to open Oracle VirtualBox, I will show you. I'm going to install I'm going to install Windows 7 Home Premium on Oracle VirtualBox. So this is what the newest version of Oracle VirtualBox looks like. So if you guys have VirtualBox on your computer, this is going to be completely easy. Now if you look carefully, not carefully, but if you look closely, I already have a version of Windows 7 available. This is Windows 7 Professional, however, it is not the other way around. Or not, you know what I'm trying to say. But the things that you're going to need for this entire thing is, first you are going to have to find an ISO file, and in my case it was the Windows 7 all-in-one service pack with 32-bit and 64-bit usage. So I'm able to get that. I've also got Windows 98 and VMware Workstation. I have Mavericks, Ubuntu. I've tried to do Windows 8.1, but it doesn't work for some reason, so I will work on that and I will show you, hopefully. And Windows Vista. So I'm going to show you guys what to do. So the first thing to do is to click New over here. And obviously this is a Windows system. However, it is Windows 7. So when you type something like the word Windows, the neat thing about VirtualBox is it automatically recognizes that, it automatically knows what system you're going to put in. So if you put in the word Mac, it goes to the Mac system, or if you have a Linux, it will go to Linux. But in my case, it is a Windows, and this is going to be 7. I'm going to put HP next to it, which stands for Home Premium, and I'm going to click Next. Now it says the recommended memory size is 512 megabytes. That's really not going to do me any good, so I'm going to change it to a gig, which is 1048 megabytes, and press Next. We're also going to change the disk size of this hard drive, because it will not be 25 gigs. And we're going to change it to, I'm going to say 150 to make it seem like a normal computer. And we're going to click Create. Now if you guys notice, I'm going to move this up to the middle to make it belong in the Windows family, if it'll stay there. There we go. If you guys notice, the system shows up, but you cannot start it yet because Oracle VirtualBox has to know where it's coming from. There has to be some kind of method to install from. So if you click on the settings gear, you're going to see this little menu, and you just go through here and check things out. I wouldn't mess with anything too advanced though. So basic is basic, obviously. You've already gone through this for creation. I'm not worried about snapshots, so advanced is fine. Description's optional, and I would not worry about encryption. Go into system. Everything is pretty much good here. Floppy, I would uncheck, me personally, but that is completely up to you. So, display. This is set to 27 megabytes. You can change it to 128 if you like, but I will not do so. Instead, I'm going to change this back to 27 megs. Oops. I'm going to change this back to 27 megs, and then I will be good for that. Remote display, I'm not worried about, and video capture, I'm not worried about. So that's good. Storage is the most important part, but we're going to come back to that. Audio that needs to be on. Network is fine where it is. Serial ports are not necessary. And USB needs to be enabled as well, along with shared folders if you have any, and user interface. And I'm going to keep that check mark ticked. So now I'm going to click storage, and this little disk right here is where the system is going to be. So if you click on this little disk over here, there's going to be a small little menu, and it's going to say choose virtual optical disk file. Or if you already have your ISO listed, it will show up over here in the menu as well. So I'm going to choose Windows 7 all-in-one, and then I'm going to press OK. Now everything that I just put in is going to be changed, or all the settings are going to be set to how I like them. And all I have to do now is start the machine. And if you will, give my computer just a little bit of time. It's not the fastest in the world, but at least it works. So, you will see this little screen pop up, and then it's going to say Windows is loading files. I will also leave I'll leave a link in the description where you can get the ISO for yourself, and I will also show you in the end where everything is going to be. Now the neat thing about this particular ISO is it's an all-in-one, which means every single version of Windows 7 except for Enterprise is inside this package. And for some reason, it just won't. It's just not there for whatever reason. I have no idea why. It's just weird. So this may take a while depending on everything that's about to happen. So all these little messages that you're going to see at the top, you can just close that out. Everything about mouse pointer integration or captured mouse or anything like that. Because what's neat about VirtualBox is you have your normal mouse, and the virtual mouse you immediately control when it goes into the window. So right, if you notice, like in here, I now have the virtual mouse, but if I go out, I have my normal mouse. So, back into Windows 7. In my particular case, I speak English. No Espanol, sorry. And then I'm going to simply press Install Now. And then it's going to load up all the settings, setup and stuff. And if I happen to use Windows 7 later on, I will also make a video on how you at home can upgrade to a free version of Windows 10, which is what my normal computer has right now. So, I apologize for my computer being a little slow. It's not the best, but it works for now. Okay, so here is your little menu. Like I said, this is the all-in-one version. Now, what they have is the Starter, Home Basic, Home Premium, Professional, and Ultimate. Now the thing about Starter is it's only available in 32-bit. And all the others are available in 64. So I'm going to change. I'm going to select Home Premium Architecture x64. Now, if it's x86, that means it's 32-bit. So I would not recommend that. I would recommend the 64-bit choice. And then I'm going to click Next. Obviously, you accept all the terms that go into Windows, and you click Next again. Now, if you select Upgrade, it's not going to work. So you have to click on Custom, install a new copy of Windows. It does not keep your files, blah, blah, blah. Which is okay because there's no files in here to begin with. So, you're going to make sure that Disk 0 unallocated space is selected, and you're going to click Next. And that is pretty much it. So now, it is going to sit and install your virtual system. Now, do not be surprised if, for whatever reason, it restarts several times, or it messes up with everything, or whatever. So, like I said, don't be surprised if all that stuff happens. It's completely normal. So, like I said, when in Virtuality, I wanted to start off with something a little easy. I didn't want to complicate you guys too much, especially with Windows 10 coming out. If you're still used to Windows 7, you can use a virtual machine if you like. Or if you don't like Windows 10, I think for 2 months you keep Windows 10, and after those 2 months, you cannot upgrade or you cannot downgrade back to your older system. And that's the bad thing about it. So I'm going to let this sit, and I will be, I'll actually be right back with the finishing installation. Alright guys, so as you can see, it has finished installing, and it does take a while to go through everything. It took me about half an hour almost. So that's pretty much that. So now Windows, oops, sorry about that. I get these frequent notifications now that I got Windows 10. So if you guys hear any of that in my videos, that's pretty much that. So this is going to go ahead and finish up installation, and in the meantime, actually, what do you know? Well, never mind. I was going to say, well, did it finish yet or what? Anyway, the point is, now Windows is going to complete installation, which means it will be ready for setup within the next few minutes or so, I hope. So, oh, sorry, I'm in my office chair. So, I guess what I have to do is just sit here and wait. So basically, Windows is just, like I said, completing installation, and that's really all it's doing. So then after this is when you have to go in and you have to set up everything and all that. And I'm going to go ahead and pause this as well. I'm sorry to keep pausing out on you guys, but like I said, this is a bit of a lengthy process, so I'll be right back when it finishes. Okay, so it's been roughly, actually been a couple minutes. That really did not take long for me, so now it's going to say press sync key to boot from C or DVD. Don't do anything. So now it's going to go into another starting up or another startup through Windows, and after that it'll be ready and set to go. I'll guide you guys through that as well, but then after that you're pretty much gold. So as you guys can see, Windows 7 is starting up once again. And now this time I believe it should be ready for profile setup and things like that. So give it just a couple more minutes, I hope. There we go, I think. Yep, okay. So now it says setup is preparing your computer for first use. So this is the very first time that your computer has ever, it's as if your computer has been, it's like fresh out of the box. Windows 7 is checking video performances just like it is now. It's just setting up everything. Then it's going to take you, I think, through a profile setup. Then after that, you will have Windows 7 Home Premium on your computer. So, for example, and this is my virtual machine, so I'm going to set up like how I think it'll work for me. But I'm going to call this Myrtle as a username, but I'm going to put a VM next to it instead of a PC. Password is not recommended for this, so you don't have to. This is going to say type your Windows product key. Well, you do not have a product key, so we're going to click on next. Do not click skip. And here you can click on use recommended settings. And from my time zone, this is Eastern Time, US, Canada. And I will click next. And I'm using a home network. And after that, you are pretty much set to go. I'm just going to make sure that this works first. I personally would just use like a home network or something. I wouldn't worry about work or business, because whenever you're setting up like virtual machines, your computer actually creates a your computer will literally create a virtual network for these virtual systems. So that's why it's always necessary to go ahead and just go ahead and just like click on home instead of like work or unidentified or business or whatever it says. So now it is preparing your desktop for use, and this is where you are more than welcome to sit back and relax and enjoy Windows 7 Home Premium. So that will conclude this first episode of Virtuality. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you guys like this video. I cannot wait for the next episode of Virtuality. This is going to start hopefully every Monday afternoon, depending on my job situation and of course my college situation, since I'm studying to become a web designer. So like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Again, like I said, and as always, I will see you guys in the next YouTube video.